ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel and share this video with a couple of friends and colleagues. It helps us out a lot, and we're trying to reach 1,000 subscriptions. Every subscription helps us out with our goal. Now, just watched The Accountant 2 in theaters. Pretty solid film overall. Did a lot of what I wanted it to do, expound upon the relationship of Christian Wolf and Braxton Wolf, who are characters in the film portrayed by Ben Affleck and Jon Bernthal. I do have to say, quality of the film was very good. Cinematography was fine. It was shot well. I thought the pacing was pretty good as well, and the action was decent. My favorite part is earlier in the film when you had Ben Affleck's character and Cynthia Robinson's character entering the pizza factory to interrogate the owner of the pizza shop. That was a really cool scene, how that came together, and Christian Wolf really got down in the action with that one. So that was awesome there. Another favorite scene of mine, obviously, was more of the climax of the film when the two brothers go to Juarez to rescue a couple people that they need to rescue, in particular one person. But I'm not going to spoil too much of that. Like I said, overall, a solid flick. This film is definitely worth watching in theaters. And as I said earlier, it did everything I expected it to. At the end of The Accountant, obviously, you understand that Jon Bernthal is Ben Affleck's brother. And then the movie pretty much ends there. Anna Kendrick is in it, but she doesn't reprise her role in this film, so maybe she'll come back in another film if they decide to do a threequel for this franchise at this point. Solid IP with an original idea, and the thing that I like about The Accountant and The Accountant 2 is it's not your typical action film. There is more nuance and depth to it, seeing as how Ben Affleck's character is autistic, and he is funding a foundation and basically a house of autistic and gifted kids that now actually help him in this film. So I like how they implemented that as well. It really just opens the scope of the film from perspective. The film has a lot of cool moments, to be honest, and I'll say this story compared to the first one has a bit more depth. The first one does a good job of developing Christian Wolf's character, and then it expands towards the end. But with this film, you already have the expansion from the beginning opening up into other characters. There's a lot of other people involved in this film, and I'm going to run through the cast right now. So as I said earlier, Ben Affleck obviously starring in this film as Christian Wolf, Jon Bernthal as Braxton Wolf, Daniela Pineda as Anais, and Allison Robertson as Justine. Now Justine is Christian Wolf's friend that was at the academy for the autistic kids there, and she's older now. She basically has a network of kids underneath her, and they all work for Christian, who he actually calls his people at that point. So I thought that was interesting as well. J.K. Simmons reprises his role as Raymond King. He's in the beginning of the film. We have Grant Harvey. He's like a semi-antagonist. He's Cobb there, and he's a little more deeper in the story, but like I said, trying to keep that under wraps. You have Robert Morgan, Andrew Howard, and a bunch of other characters, like I said, so definitely a lot more going on in this film. Overall, I give this film a 7.9 out of 10, and honestly, giving it an 8, it wouldn't be far off, to be quite honest. I think an 8 is fair for this film. If anybody liked it more, I wouldn't be surprised with that as well. I'd say it's the same quality as the first film, a little better story. But the first film is more grounded in that it really just focuses on Christian Wolf and what he does. So not as much technologically behind it, but overall still a good film. I give this 2 thumbs up for The Accountant 2. At the beginning of the year, when I was looking at the schedule for films that was coming up, you know, outside of being curious about Sinners going into that, The Accountant 2 was the first film that really popped out to me as being the film that I needed to see in theaters. So far this year, I've seen Black Bag in theater. I rated that film. Sinners, obviously, and now The Accountant 2. I do think The Accountant 2 is definitely a film that is worth watching at least twice in theater on the biggest screen that you can see it on. Overall, good work from all of the actors, especially Ben Affleck, being able to play the character that he can play and making it believable. Jon Bernthal, very good there. He's serious but balanced with the comedic and humor side as well. New characters coming in, obviously Cynthia Robinson, she has come back in as well, and she even had her own arc, but I really do like where they went with this. Like The Accountant 1, this is a film that can stand on its own, doesn't necessarily need a sequel, but we could be definitely open to it. This one is a good conclusion, to be honest. If they just stopped with these 2 in the series, I'm comfortable with that. Overall, 2 solid films that are original IPs, and I'm gonna say from Ben Affleck, from my point of view, these are probably my favorite films starring Ben Affleck, to be honest. And I just think everybody comes together well in this ensemble between him and Jon Bernthal, who's a great actor as well. So yes, ladies and gents, go watch The Accountant 2. Very glad I saw this film. Once again, 7.9 out of 10. Pretty solid flick. With that being said, ladies and gents, please subscribe to the channel and share this with a couple of friends and colleagues. Also, like this video and ring the bell for notifications for more updates. With that being said, it's Neff signing off. Be safe.